Warning, this is my humble request to the viewers. If you are a Pakistani national, then leave this video immediately. But somehow, if you have humiliation fetish, then you can watch it till the end. What if I tell you that the world's largest democracy is being blamed for a war it never started? And what if I tell you the real story is being hidden by fake news, secret deals, and a country that's become a playground for terrorists? By the end of this video, you'll see evidence that world's been ignoring for decades, and why the West might be funding the very chaos it claims to fight. Because what you are about to hear will change the way you see India, Pakistan, and the truth behind this conflict. For decades, India has been the primary victim of cross-border terrorism, not Pakistan. Time and again, innocent Indian civilians, pilgrims, tourists, and workers have been targeted in brutal attacks. The 2025 Pahalgam massacre, where over 24 tourists were killed, is just the latest in a long list of atrocities. From the 2008 Mumbai attacks to Pulwama, Uri, and countless smaller incidents, the pattern is clear. These are not isolated acts, but part of a sustained campaign of terror. The evidence linking Pakistan to terrorism is overwhelming. Investigations into recent attacks, including forensic analysis and intercepted communications, have traced the origins of these operations to safe houses and handlers inside Pakistan. For example, groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, and their proxies, the Resistance Front, operate openly from Pakistani soil. Notorious terrorists such as Hafiz Saeed, Masood Azhar, David Headley, Ajmal Kasab, and Tahabur Rana have all either found sanctuary or direct support within Pakistan. Despite global pressure, Pakistan constantly denies involvement, refusing to acknowledge its territory as a launchpad for terror, even when presented with irrefutable evidence such as captured Pakistani nationals and digital footprints. Islamabad's response is denial and deflection. Pakistan has repeatedly spread fake news to distort the narrative, claiming, for example, to have shot down Indian fighter jets or destroyed Indian air bases without providing a shred of credible evidence. In reality, India's air defense system have performed exceptionally, intercepting and neutralizing almost 100% threats, while Pakistan targets civilians and religious sites. India's military operations have been strictly limited to dismantling terror infrastructure, not civilian populations. The West's continued financial support to Pakistan, including IMF loans, indirectly enables a regime that harbors and exports terrorism. This is not just an Indian problem, it is a global security issue. By turning a blind eye, the international community risks emboldening those who threaten peace and stability far beyond South Asia. In April 2025, Pakistan's Defense Minister Khwaja Asif made a stunning admission on live television. For 30 years, Pakistan trained, funded, and supported terrorist groups. We were doing the West's dirty work. This bombshell confession aired on Sky News confirmed India's long-standing claims about Pakistan's state-sponsored terrorism. Despite Asif's confession, Pakistan continues to deny its role in attacks like 2025 Pahalgam massacre. The Western countries' silence and continued financial support enables this hypocrisy. India desires peace, but peace cannot come at the expense of its soldiers and civilians. Retaliation is not aggression, it is self-defense. When terrorist strikes, India responds to protect its people and its sovereignty. And keep in mind, Operation Sindoor is not ended after the ceasefire. It will be continued forever. Whenever Pakistan attacks, it will be considered as an act of war, and they are going to face disproportionate action. As you also must have seen in recent conflict, Pakistan's own people are paying price for their leaders' choices. Army Chief Asim Munir's decision to escalate conflict with India is widely seen as a move to consolidate his own power, even as he sends his own family abroad for safety. Meanwhile, no Pakistani Prime Minister has completed a full term, evidence of chronic instability and military interference. It's time for ordinary Pakistanis to question these priorities and demand accountability from their leaders. There's a persistent myth, often echoed in international media, that India is trying to annex Kashmir. This couldn't be further from the truth. Kashmir has always been an integral part of India, legally, historically, and culturally. The region's accession to India in 1947 was recognized under international law, and its people have repeatedly chosen to remain part of India. What's often left out of the narrative is Pakistan forcibly occupied parts of Kashmir in 1947 and has since used these territories as launchpads for terror groups. When the world sees headlines about conflict in Kashmir, it must remember India is not the aggressor. We are defending our own people and our own land from a neighbor that has made terror a tool of state policy. Dear Western world, supporting Pakistan without demanding real change is not neutrality, it is complicity. Again and again I'm saying India is not the aggressor. We are defending our people against a decade-long campaign of terror launched from across the border. We seek peace, but we cannot accept it at the cost of our security and dignity. The world must recognize this reality and act accordingly. Let's stand for peace, but let's also stand against terrorism. Thank you and Jai Hind.